Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel, this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. You join me in Palencia in Mallorca, a fabulous athletics track. This is an absolutely brilliant location. Now today's video is not about me, I'm not going to be doing any running. Today's video is about Lizzie Rayner, pro female triathlete. She's behind me just getting warmed up over there. Today we're going to be having a look at a big track session that Lizzie is doing, gearing up for a 2025 season. So thank you Lizzie for letting me come along and make this video. I really want to further my skills in this area, so I'm really grateful for her taking the time to let me come along. If you enjoy this video, if you want to support Lizzie, please do give her Instagram a follow in the description down below. I'm sure she'll be very grateful for the support, and I know she's going to go on to do great things this year. Anyway, let's go and find Lizzie and see what we're doing today. Okay, Lizzie, good morning.
Morning.
What a fabulous place to be, hey?
Yeah, it's class.
Now, we did this a year ago, didn't we? You went for a run,
yeah.
I rode next to you, classic me, and you were talking about all the plans you have for 2024. You had a brilliant year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Give me a couple of highlights. What were the best bits of 2024 for you?
Yeah, a bit of a breakthrough, I reckon. Ended the year ranked 42nd, having started like 83rd-ish. So I came 6th in Valencia after we spoke, which was cool. It's like 3 minutes to first, so it's a pretty tight race. 5th at Mallorca, the Pro Series, and then got a podium in Swansea, which is cool, my 3rd attempt. Yeah. And then,
savage course as well.
Yeah, first time I've ever led off the bike, which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
And then surely Nikki hunted me down pretty quick. I didn't even try to hold on. And then, yeah, I got my first pro win in Portugal in October, which was, yeah, like the best day ever. And then, yeah, 16th at Worlds in December, which again was like a pretty incredible day. I thought maybe top 30 was a good result, and then so yeah, to have like a really strong day and then also like the result to follow it up was class. So 3 minutes outside the top 10. I've got a bike sponsor. Awesome. So it's like all of this stuff that actually could make this year.
Brilliant. So
yeah.
That's all great, but triathlon's savage, isn't it? Because like now you've still got to train as hard as you can all winter, and then go again this year. So what's the plan this year? Yeah,
it's been class actually. We've had a really good winter, and I've been
just touch some wood, something or somewhere.
Yeah, please. This is my 2nd week out here, so I do sound a little bit run down, but because I got beasted last week by the boys. This year I do Valencia again in probably 2.5 weeks now, I guess, which is pretty mad. And then I'm doing a few Pro Series races. I've put myself on the wait list for a fair few T100s.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I feel like that's probably an opportunity I'll get this year, being ranked a bit higher. And obviously a lot of people in front of me turned down their contracts. So
we saw Meg get spotted for Singapore.
Yeah, that was really cool. Fair play to showing up.
Yeah, exactly.
Accepting that 10 days before the race.
Hottest place on the earth.
Yeah, literally. It was not top of my list to go race. So yeah, hopefully that's an opportunity I'll get between. I've got a big gap of racing in June for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, London would be class.
Yeah, I bet it would.
And then obviously I'm really excited about Swansea being a Pro Series. Like, who saw that coming?
Yeah,
so I'm really excited about that. Like, a podium there would be a real dream. I'd love a Pro Series podium this year, but I think in Swansea it'd be really special. And then a couple of I'll go back to Portugal again, because it's just a race I really love. And I feel like if you've won there, then good vibes.
Yeah, you're on one big holiday, aren't you?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So, as a highlight of this holiday, what's today's track session looking like? So
I'll do a 3K warm up, and then it's basically 4 by 1600. First and the third as 200 hard, 200 easy, and then the second and the fourth as like below race pace, or no, above race pace, faster than race pace. So yeah, getting a bit of turnover in the legs, a bit of speed. So I kind of do one of these a week, and then more of a tempo run. I'll do that probably Friday. So,
cool. All right. Well, I'll hinder you no more. Then let's go stuff.
Cheers.
What's the training rotation, Lizzie?
These are the New Balance Super Comp Trainer version 3.
Rolls off the tongue, that one.
Yeah, I had version 1, 2, and this is the 3rd. And they have got a plate, whether it's carbon or plastic. I actually can't remember. But really like running in them. Make me feel quite fresh. So,
got it.
Yeah.
What do you do, like everyday miles in?
New Balance, either the 1080 or the More, which is like the super chunky cushioned. I need a bit of cushioning. Not into this barefoot thing.
Got it, okay.
All the help I can get.
Right, so we've got 4 1600 metre blocks broken up into various different intensities of travel. I'll leave on the screen because none of us can remember it.
We take one block at a time.
Yeah.
4 laps, 4 blocks, 4 laps. No.
This stuff's hard, isn't it?
We'll work it out as we go along. I know, I don't do maths.
Okay, have a good session. Do you want us to shout anything at you specifically, or?
No. Maybe just some either encouragement or abuse.
Got it.
Maybe a mix of both.
Understood.
It varies what I respond to on a given day.
I'll test abuse. Small fun.
Yeah. That's what I go to.
Have a good one.
200 hard, 200 easy. Okay, let's just go.
Is it Gustav Iden that says hands on knees equals over threshold? Halfway through, Lizzie. I don't know what Gustav says about that one. Okay, session done and dusted. I'll leave Lizzie's stats on screen. But Lizzie, talk us through how did that go, and give us a bit of an overview about, where you're at in your training block. Is this a big session? Is this not a big session? Give us the rundown.
Session was good. I think it's probably surprisingly so. I had a really...
So surprising because you're coming off the back of a big block.
Yeah, I did 35 hours last week, which for me, and I feel like for a female, is quite a lot.
Yeah.
It was more aerobic stuff than anything else, but when you ride, I was on a camp with 20 guys, so it becomes a bit
of a... egos kicking around.
Yeah, it becomes a bit of a smash fest. We did a max effort up Sacalobra, which was pretty fun. 3 years and 3 PBs. So,
wow. What time did you do it there?
34, 35 or something.
That's flying.
I wanted to go under 35, so Harry kind of helped with the headwind, but he did keep surging off the front. He was tempoing it. Zone 2.
Well, he doesn't know what he's doing, does he? So.
No. So yeah, where am I at now? Well, I guess we got Valencia in 2.5, with 2 weeks this Sunday.
So how much longer are you training hard for?
So it probably will just be to the end of this week.
Yep.
And then, because this will be way harder than what I'd be doing at home or more. So we'll do this week, and then I think the plan is have a proper bit of recovery time, make sure we really recover from this, and then normally we'll just keep a bit of intensity in, cut back on all the volume basically, and then taper down into that, and then hopefully I've got Aix-en-Provence 3 weeks after, so hopefully kick back up a little bit, but probably won't need to a huge amount.
So this winter just gone, obviously you had a breakthrough year, 2024. Did your winter change at all? Or have you kept it quite similar? And who you coached and if you changed that at all?
Yeah, so I'm coached by Mark Threlfall.
He's got a little YouTube channel as well, hasn't he?
Fella off GTN. Yeah. He was an all right triathlete himself, to be fair. So I've been working with him since my first pro race, actually, so 2022. It's going really, really well. I think we're both really happy with where it's at, and I feel like because of last year we kind of turned things up a notch this year. I think I've proved that I'm resilient and my body can handle the load, and touch wood, don't get sick or injured. Haven't had a proper injury for
Don't say that.
I know. A couple of years now.
So you say you've just switched up a bit. Do you mean like you're just doing a bit more?
We're just doing more of everything.
Yeah.
Because I think I've proven I can tolerate it, and a bit more volume I think clearly works for me. To be honest, it was kind of the back end of last year, before my two career best results in Portugal and at Worlds, that we started pushing more towards like 26, 27 hour weeks at home. I work part-time. I think that's we've got so much more to give. I think
you can test it, can't you? You're obviously in constant communication, just listening to your body, doing as much training as you can, and seeing how you get on.
I think you do have to find that breaking point sometimes. I think I did a 10-day camp in Altea, which was amazing, and then we had quite a big block between then and Mallorca, and I had to call it early. I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it to my rest day, which I could see in the far distance on Training Peaks. Hearing your fatigue on Training Peaks is hitting like 220, 230. You're a bit like, I might need to, because you also don't know how long, if just one day will cut it. But it seems to be, and I was worried, this is my first ever 2-week camp, so I was nervous as to how my body would cope. We had quite a lot of sickness go around last week.
It's always the case, isn't it? When big groups come together, I don't want to get all hypochondriac, but I do worry about that sort of thing. It just seems
I'm a little bit, I get a bit anxious about that stuff, because obviously if I get, and it was like a proper vomiting bug we had going around, so if you get that, you don't want to have, a few days in bed.
You don't want to come back from a training camp in a worse position than you went out,
exactly. But luckily I managed to avoid it. I say I'm a little bit run down now, but I think it's sort of a bit inevitable with everything going around, and then obviously quite a high training load. But I actually feel really good, and training has continued to we haven't had to pull back. So
good. So on to today's session then. Have you performed how you'd hoped to? Did you feel good throughout?
Yeah.
Was it a good workout?
It was hard. I did what I needed to. Wasn't particularly enjoyable. Is it ever?
There's no shade, there's no wind.
I think track on your own is really hard. I think harder than doing it out on the road or whatever. But yes, I probably did the 200s on a bit too hard. And I wasn't sure if the 200s off were meant to be off or so I just kept going basically. And then the mile was fine. The first one was, I think I did the first one in 3:28 pace, and then the second one at 3:30. So that's kind of I think we said 3:30, 3:40. So kind of nailed that. So and it was over quite quick, which was quite nice. Short but sweet. I've been doing a bit more higher intensity stuff. We've been pushing the running a bit, to be fair, because I kind of, as we've seen over the last weekend, run for dough. It is
so important, isn't it?
Yeah. And my running's changed massively over the last few years. I think I worked out I averaged 126 off the bike in 23, and then 123 off the bike last year, and I ran 121 on 3 occasions. So this year is the year of the sub 80.
What did you run all those years ago at Outlaw Half Nottingham? And that was a race as well, that wasn't it? That was a good day.
I don't even know. I think I snuck under 130 maybe.
Yeah, you're running well. But to knock minutes off of a half marathon time.
To now be running, I ran around 120 in Valencia last year.
That's really good.
Which is nuts. I think the standard now, you have to, and if you're not running a sub 80, you're not up there. You know, it'd be nice to be consistently hitting like 118,
What did
119.
Cat run in New Zealand?
115.
Yeah.
That was
It's just
that
insane,
was,
is it? The standard is.
Yeah, it was and obviously Tamara ran through the field. Danny Kleiser ran a 114.
I like Tamara because she's got 2 cats. They've got their own Instagram page.
But yeah, it's the standard now is incredibly high. So, but I'm definitely enjoying the running, and I've had a couple of times this year where I've thought my watch is wrong, or there's one week I got a new watch and I was like, it must be wrong because like, I'm running so well.
I have that, but the opposite way.
But one of those sessions I was at track, so like there's no way it was wrong.
Wicked. Okay, so go into this year then, race plan. I mean, you plan to race the same, just, you know, you give it your best shot, or have dynamics changed at all now as you're progressing as an athlete? Have you?
I think,
because like early on it's more of a time trial, isn't it? When you're in age groupers, you're just racing a race. Then as you progress into pro ranks, you're now getting into pack dynamics and things like that.
Yeah, I think this year I have the ability to be more competitive on the bike, which means working within groups. That's certainly how I got a lot out of myself in Portugal, and I just missed a bike pack in New Zealand, which I'll forever regret. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. But yeah, I think I just want to be quite aggressive this year and leave everything out there and see what happens. I'm not, I only ever worry about myself. There's no, you can't control what other people do. And at the end of the day, if you show up and all you can do is do the best you can with what you've got on the day, and as long as I know I've done that every time, then like hopefully results will come. And if they don't and I've given everything, then I just need to be better and train harder. And so yeah, I think. But I also this year I want to make a really conscious effort to like reflect a bit more, and because I had some really good results and some not so good results last year, and then it was just like bang back to training. And you like don't get to process these things or enjoy it or reflect or like sit down and have I'm going to make a real effort to like sit down and have conversations about, you know, a race. And like New Zealand, 4 days later I flew home, so it's like it was just over.
It's over,
so quickly.
If you start a YouTube channel, you can do what I do and just ramble on about every little thing.
It's like free therapy.
Yeah, exactly, Okay, well, Lizzie, thank you for letting me come along to your session today.
No, thank you.
I'm going to try and join you for your bike session later this week, so we can talk about new bike and stuff as well. So let us know if you'd be interested in seeing that, although this video will be out when we're already home, etc. But thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
good
thanks,
workout
mate.
today.
Nice to see you.
Have a good year if I don't see you the rest of the week. I'm sure I will.
Thank you.
Cheers. See you later.
Oh, thanks.